Hello, my crafty crew. Today's video is going to be rub-on transfers. So, in today's video, I am going to show you how to use rub-on transfers. I remade this box and I put a transfer on this little bucket. These are today's projects. I found my rub-on transfers at Goodwill. They were in the craft section. I didn't realize at the time that I bought them that they were actually transfers, but when I got them home, to my surprise, to my pleasant surprise, they were transfers. So here's what we're going to do with this project. I found this wooden box at my local Goodwill. It had a few stickers on it that I took off, and I'm going to go ahead and take off the embellishments and the hardware. So let's go ahead and take this off. Now that all the hardware is taken apart and I took the box apart, I'm going to go ahead and give it a good sanding because it does have some sticky residue on it. I'm going to take my white chalk paint I'm going to leave the indentions so I'll know where to put my hardware back. I'm going to use some of this to kind of smooth it out more. That chalk paint, I think, is getting to be a little too old. So let's just kind of smooth this out just a tad. Now, I think that should be enough. I'm going to take my Mod Podge, the gloss, and I'm going to put a coat of Mod Podge on it so that can cure overnight. Now, let's put a coat of this on. Like I said, I want this to cure overnight, so it will be good and hardened and easy to work with. Because what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to put some grain sacks on this, grain sack stripes on this. That's my plan. And I want to seal the painting as well. All right, now, make sure it's not stuck to my paper. Now, I'm gonna let this cure overnight. So, see you tomorrow. Now that I have let this sufficiently dry overnight, as you can see, it's dry, I'm going to find center. Okay, this is 6 inches, so center will be 3. is I'm going to take my blue painter's tape. Here we go. I'm going to take 4 small pieces of tape. I'm going to put this on the center. Center it. Larger piece. And I'm going to lay it along the edge. Just like so. Another piece. And do the same on the opposite side. I'm going to lay it down along the edge, along the edge. Now, there's my center line. Just carry it on. Up the side. Until it looks like this. Take another piece. Do the other side. Okay. And there. Now, carry it down the side. Tear off any excess. Make sure it's stuck down pretty good, because we don't want any paint seeping. Okay. Got a hair underneath it. Okay. Now, let's get a paint. Let's take this color. It is called Crimson. It is chalk paint. And don't overload your brush, but just start pouncing. Just like this. So don't overload your brush, but just pounce. Rubbing may cause it to get underneath the tape, and we don't want that to happen. Right, there's the top. Let's do the bottom. Now, let's give it a quick dry. Do another coat, just to make sure it's got coverage. do this one. Now, let's give it another dry. Actually, let's go ahead and take it off while it's still wet so it won't pull any of the paint. Take it slowly so as not to peel any paint with it. Can you see the crisp line? There's that one. Let's go ahead and get this one. Slowly, slowly, slowly. There you see it took a little off. And we can always touch it back up. We'll actually be going back over it with some more Mod Podge. And that's what it's taken off, is just the Mod Podge. Put some more back on this. Now, let's let this dry. A little bit more Mod Podge to seal it in. Just in the spots that it pulled the Mod Podge up. That's all I'm sealing in right now. Because I need to let this dry. I don't want to smear my paint. And seal this in. Because I will need to seal it in for my next piece, next tape. Now that I have it dried, I'm going to take, I got a piece of Dollar Tree vinyl. As we all know, this is not the best vinyl, but it's going to not take the paint off. So what I cut it 1.5 inches wide. So what I'm going to do, I already have this one done, so I'm going to show you how to do it. So what I'm going to do, take my vinyl off the backing. I'm going to find center. Kind of even it up to cover up the middle stripe. Okay. Take it on. Across. Make sure it's covered equally on both sides. Okay, good on the top. Make sure it's pressed down pretty good. There's no gaps for paint to seep through. Now, I have these. These are cut them whatever size you want. I think mine are cut 1 inch. These are cut 1 inch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one, do the same thing. I'm going to place it. This is going to make my stripe. So I want my stripe to be oh, about this wide. You see the stripe? Straight edge. Make sure you use the straight edge because that's going to help you make your straight line. So place it the same distance. I'm just eyeballing. Line up your vinyl until it looks like this. This is going to be your stripe. So take your paint, whatever color you're going to use. I'm using the red as usual. And we are going to do the same process. Tap, tap, tap. Make sure all your corners are stuck down because you don't want it to bleed through. This one, I am not going to use a hairdryer on because, as you know, some of you may know, the Dollar Tree vinyl is very, very pliable, and I don't want it to melt or stretch or shrink. I just don't want it to move at all, so. I'm just going to go ahead and put on as much as I can right now. It's all covered. Okay. Looks pretty good. Now, let's go ahead and remove the vinyl and watch how much easier this comes up, while still giving you a crisp line. Go ahead and remove. For the reveal. Let's see how it looks. Give it a wipe. Don't want any of the red transferring. Now, what I'm going to do, I have these rub-on transfers. Let's see what we got in it. Okay. We have cow, pig, rooster. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see. I think I'll use the cow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out my cow. take off the backing. Gently take off the backing. Okay. This is the front, so I'm going to have to lay it this way. I'll place my cowl where I want it. Right there. Okay, right there. Take this popsicle stick and just start rubbing. You should be able to see when it starts transferring. Like so. Okay, so just go ahead and rub, transfer onto your surface. It actually starts turning more white as you see the actually transfer to the project. Let's actually cut this. Right now, this will work better. If I can line these up. Okay. There we go. All right. Now, there's my cowl. First, I am going to put a layer of Mod Podge on this. Just to seal it in. I did lose a tiny piece of the transfer. I don't know where it went. Now, let's go ahead and dry this. Now for our hardware. Let's start on the bottom. I can remember how everything goes together. Okay. Let's go ahead and put this on. And put these corner pieces on. Okay. The hinge. Now let's attach the hinges. There's the hinges. Now, let's put on the locks. Right. So this is what you have. A box. So now for the next one, I have this pail. Get the sticker off of it. I have some grass. I have some eggs. And I have a bird. As you guys can tell, I really like birds. So let's go ahead and wipe this down. All right, there's the cows, sunflowers, ivy, pansies, fruits and vegetables, vines, and what is this? What is this? Looks like vines. So let's look at these vines. Oh, okay. I think I will take this one. It's looks like almost like wisteria. Let's cut it off. Make sure our surface is dry. Okay. Now, make sure you lay this down where you want it, because once you lay it down, it can go ahead and start transferring. And you can't move it once it is. Okay, let's find center. Okay, that looks like center. So let's place it right there. Like I said, make sure you have it where you want it before you start rubbing. All right, now let's get our stick and start rubbing. Leaf. Let's put my leaf. Can you see what it looks like? There is my transfer. Now, I'm going to take this grass. I'm going to place it into the bucket. Just like that. Get all of the excess. Kind of maneuver it around. Now, you also, I had these that I got from Hobby Lobby. I actually went and got another pack yesterday. They were still on sale. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my eggs. I don't know if I'll use all of them or not. But I'm going to pick my favorites. And I'm just going to start placing. I also have this bird. We'll place her in as well. Just place her in. Now, I'm going to start putting eggs. We all know that birds don't lay this many eggs, but I just like the color of these eggs. That one's a little too big. kind of place some of them under her. I just wanted to get a sense of where I wanted to put her. Kind of tuck them in. Set her in there straight. And there you have it. Piece of wall decor. Doesn't have to be for Easter, it could be for spring, it can be all year long. So, here is today's projects using rub-on transfers. So, don't be afraid to use rub-on transfers. Believe me, they go on a lot easier than mine did. Like I said, mine were old. You could tell by looking at them. You can actually tell by looking at the packages that they're kind of old. But they worked. Newer ones work better. You can use rub-on transfers on wood, plastic. You can even use it on fabric. Metals, any kind of thing. But I just wanted to share this with you to get you all to go out and try to see what you can do with a rub-on transfer. Very simple. Like I said, I found mine at Goodwill. They were, I think the whole pack was like $1.99 for the whole pack. But you can find them in Hobby Lobby, Joann's. Sometimes you can even find them at Dollar Tree. I've never tried the ones from Dollar Tree, so I don't know how well they work, but I know they do happen sometimes. So go out and try it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, to comment with things you want to see me try, and share my video. I really, really appreciate it. So once again, my crafty crew, thank you so much. Love you guys. Come back. Bye.